Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. See Hawkeye Mike there. How's it going? I have a pretty wide variety of sport and non-sport stuff to run here. I'm going to start with a giveaway here in a moment. I'm going to give away a little 1984 Michael Jackson wax pack of cards. See, it was marked down at a grocery store, 35 cents. Here it's going to be free. How's it going, Mike? Hope you're having a good weekend. It's at the Philly show the last 2 days, so lots of cool stuff. Some stuff I'll be selling in my upcoming card shows. Yeah, man, it was I love the Philly show. Definitely one of my favorite shows to hit. Let me get this giveaway running here. I'm going to grab something I forgot to grab, and I'll be right back, and we'll get this rolling. Yeah, Michael Jackson wax pack giveaways up on the board there. All right. How's it going, everyone? So I got the giveaway running there. When that rate comes in, I'll start running it off. But the Michael Jackson wax pack is free to somebody. It's up the resell nest. Guys, I have a pretty wide variety of sport, non-sport, more non-sport than sport, but a little bit of everything. What's up, Jay Rivera? Maybe the break came over. Yeah, it looks like it probably did. How's it going, guys? Yeah, good. So the giveaway is the Michael Jackson wax pack. Hop in on that. Free to somebody. And I'll get something running. This first piece, even though I titled it Ephemera, this is not exactly a piece of ephemera, but it's pretty cool. Vintage, 1986. Got a Playboy gold leather key fob. See, on original card, dated 1986 on back. That was the dude's price tag. I bought the collection from $35. Here it's going to start at $2. So let me get one of my items to the stage here. And this vintage 86 Playboy keychain, key fob is going to run for $2. Trash Cat Rescue's in. Thanks for being here. I didn't look any of this stuff up. Only a couple pieces I looked up, and I'll explain what they are when I run them, just so I can see what year they were from. But you'll see what I mean in a second. Thanks, Trash Cat. Definitely good resale for you on that one. Get this labeled. Where the heck did my tape go? Thank you. Sorry, guys. Trying to find the end of my painter's tape here that I marked stuff with. I got it. So okay, that was Trash Cat Rescue 00. This is a cool vintage Western piece. We got a vintage Hopalong Cassidy Canasta Rules. You can see it's 1950 date here. It's small print. Hopalong Cassidy Canasta. Hoppy Canasta. Hopalong Cassidy stuff still sells. I think that's the buyer's market for that is, I'm sure, it's not as strong as it once was, but I sell a ton of Hopalong Cassidy stuff. There's a ton in this collection that I bought. Maybe no Hoppy fans in here. No problem if not. All right. Trying a cool group of truly vintage ephemera. So we got a bunch of letters and like postcards. I'll flip through them here, but we got this first one, post dated 1908, sent to Pennsylvania, Kingsley, Pennsylvania. Maybe West Virginia on the stamp. I'm not sure of that. Then we got one sent in 1939 from Nigeria to same person and Mr. and Mrs. Tiffany in Kingsley, Pennsylvania. What is this? Then we got some sort of a canal zone, like unused government postcard. We got an unperforated Montreal Harbor postcard that was postmarked 1946. Another, and there's letters in here. There are, letters in these. This was sent from Cameroon, 1953. Another government postcard, Canal Zone. And back to the beginning. And then this one fell. Let me see. This one sent to Mr. and Miss Josie Malone, Philadelphia, from Panama. So this some international correspondence here. We got Nigeria, Panama. What's the other one? Can't really read what that is. Whatever that one is, and then 2 postcards and a couple government postcards. So a big group of ephemera here. I mean, relatively big. 3 vintage letters. Got the vintage government postcards. Got the postmark postcard. And another envelope from Cameroon. No worries. Which would be interested in that kind of stuff at all. So I figured only one way to find out. What's up, J-Rod? How's it going, man? Got a little group of 4 vintage Valentines here. We got this one, just a little cowboy on horse from Frederick. Then we got a cool, like, early automotive one. Danger signal, that's what that is. And then we got this one, die cut. And a very ornate one, but it does needs to be like re-glued a bit, but it has like, it's got a peace dove, very ornate, like Victorian one here. So 4 vintage postcards for $2. Got some higher end stuff here. One piece that I've researched, could not find the value of it. So I'll run that a little later. I mean, I think it has good value, but I just couldn't find another example of it. Right, it works. I'll do a couple cards here. These are pretty cool. All right, these are 1910 Helmar tobacco cards. So we got the birthplace of William McKinley, and you got the Old Wayside Inn. See, historic home series. These are from 1910. Helmar tobacco, Turkish cigarettes. Cool, gold leaf edges. Running for $2. Jake rides in. Thank you, Jake. I have a little group of these I picked up actually today at the Philly Sports Card Show. I just like to pick up tobacco cards when I see them. Yeah, absolutely, man. I love these things. Thanks, Jake. Get these labeled for you. That was number 01, J-Ride. This next piece I looked up because I wanted to see the date of it. And I'll give you what it sold for. I mean, here, whatever it brings, it brings. But this is the 1950 Pirate series. It was a novelty candy company. These were cutouts from a box. It was 1950. The designation is R722. This is Sir Henry Morgan. There was one of these that sold for 15, one that sold for 20. There's one list, not the same pirate, but there's one listed for like over $100. But I think it's probably a $15 card. Got 1950 novelty candy company. That R722. But if you search a 1950 candy pirate card, you'll find it. Yeah, Captain Morgan. There we go. Let's run for $2. Jake is in. Thanks, Jake. Mike, I do have some sports stuff I'll be putting in here as well. And the card pack is given away here. That's Trash Cat Rescue. Coming your way, Kristen. Little Michael Jackson pack. Thanks, Jake. Let me get this in a sleeve here for Kristen. Thank you. All right, so here we got a cool 1948 Olympics Daily Telegraph guide. Guide to the Olympic Games in London, 1948. It's I guess it's a fold-out map. You can see that was his price on there. But let me open it out here so you can see what it is. Oh, sorry, knocked my ring light off. It's a precarious spot up there. Okay, so yeah, the whole thing's going to fold out. I'm not going to have room in my little photo box here to do it, but a big fold-out map, 1948 Olympics, advertising in back, very nice condition. Running for $2. Mike is in. Jake likes it. Jake takes it down. Thanks, Jake. This next piece is super cool. Let me get this labeled up before I forget, and we'll show it. Yeah, I got some cool stuff I'm pulling out. Definitely good resale value here, or just cool stuff if people collect cards or ephemera. This is a 1904 booklet. Anheuser-Busch, 1904. I guess it'd be like a giveaway that people would use as like a, it's a 1904 like little calendar booklet. Anheuser-Busch Brewing Association. Let's see, it gives you all the details on there, like their brewery. Brewery covers 125 acres, 60 city blocks. But this person used it. Looks like the hours they were working. Let's see. Let's take a look. Reading, Pennsylvania. Stanley M. Keynes, Reading, Pennsylvania. Let's see if we can figure out what he was trying to denote here. Yeah, maybe he's marketing his hours that he worked, keeping track for make sure he was getting paid properly at his job. Birch and Spring. Okay, so that's about how far he filled it out. I don't know what he was keeping track of, but and then there is a. Oh, let's go all the way back there. Okay. So cool, Anheuser-Busch 1904 booklet, calendar book. It's like leather bound, or leather style at least. No worries, no interest there. Here's a cool little fireman badge on the original card. Let's see, the card is folded over a little bit. I'm not going to unfold that because it's probably going to crack if I do, but made in occupied Japan. To give you an idea of the date of this. Fireman. It is metal. There's one of these listed on eBay as like a police badge. They're pretty cool. All right, the badge guy's there. No worries. I think I sold some of these on a previous stream, but this is a bread label. So these were kids would collect these as cards. They would paste them into booklets. The sports bread labels go crazy. This one is like a historical bread label. The Jamestown, Virginia burn 1676. So these were on the end of like bread cartons or bread bags, and kids would peel them off, save them. Generally from like the 30s, 40s, 50s. There's some around for $2. No interest? All right, let's do another group of those historic home books, or not books, cards. So we got a pair here. 1910, historic homes, Hellmark, tobacco. We got the White House of the Confederacy. So that's what got to be Richmond, Virginia. And then home of Ralph Waldo Emerson there. So the early author. Again, Hellmark tobacco cards, 1910. What's up, Shane? How's it going, man? Shane, I'm going to run a piece in a bit here that sort of fits with your Lindbergh piece. And I researched the heck out of it, could not figure it out. But for now, these are 1910 tobacco cards, the home of Ralph Waldo Emerson and the White House of the Confederacy. J Rod is in, $2. Joy Art Studio, thank you. Appreciate you being here. Joy takes it down. Thank you very much. Got a cool postcard here, or a postcard series. I'll show you in a second. Let me label this first, though. Joy Art Studio number 4. I could not find any of these listed, but these are so cool. I'm trying to remember the name of the artist, but anyway, let me show you and we'll figure them out. So these are German postcards, like oversized postcards. They're not standard postcard size, but this one is depicting like it's like a Norse god or something. But the artist is Zane Topper, I think. What was it? I'm trying to remember the name of the series though. I looked it up and I found it, not the original art, but we have this guy like a Viking kind of, some sort of Viking god or something. Look at this scene. I mean, almost like a giant trying to steal the gold there from someone. Look at that cool scene there with like a Viking eagle helmet with the spear and the lightning coming down. Really graphic postcards. So we got 3 of these. There are the farewell of Hotan and his daughter. So they guess somebody was writing on the bottom what they are. Fasthold is killed by Trafner. Thunder God on that one. So yeah, same god in every card. I have a group of these that they're different like topics, but they're very cool. And the backs are all in German, other than this belongs to Mrs. Baker. Not anymore, Mrs. Baker, unless there's a Miss Baker in the room here. But super cool, I thought. That's like the like a new design for the crooked spine .com, right? The little very fantasy-esque here. I don't think it's a tarot card, but I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I don't know German, so I don't know. I think they're postcards. Shane, appreciate it, man. There's labeled. What's up, CW? It was 05 Soda City. I'm going to do a couple more of them too, but I'm going to do this lot first. Let's find it again. Shane might like this one. Not that you have to bid on anything I say that about, Shane. I'm sure you know that. There it is. So we got a pair of these, again, 1910 Historic Homes cards, Helmar Tobacco. I thought Shane might like this one. Poe's Cottage at Fordham. Edgar Allan Poe's home. So this is 1910 Helmar cigarettes. And then we have Miles Standish's house in Duxbury, Massachusetts. So two 1910 Historic Home tobacco cards. Shane's in. Juilliard Studio likes it. I know Shane's a big Poe fan. Oh, very cool, man. Private pick of a TMNT. Very cool. Thank you, Juilliard. Appreciate it. These were freshly picked this morning at the Philly show, sports card show. A guy I buy from there, he always brings like the unique stuff. And I usually buy almost more non-sport from sports from him. Even like weird memorabilia. All right, we got that was number 6, Juilliard. Let's do another group of those German postcards. I think there's 4 in this lot. Yeah, 4 in this lot. So we got, just a dude with a sword and a trumpet, like resting here. Siegfried understands the birds' songs. I don't know what that's about. Just staring up at the birds. Got a dude working on a sword. That is Siegfried mending his father's sword. And we got, this is my favorite one in the group. Look at this one. Siegfried plunges his sword into the dragon's heart. That's a sick one. And then, like a Sleeping Beauty or something. Brunhilde, surrounded by the magic fire in a long sleep. So again, same blank back in German, or not totally blank, but not mailed. This is definitely my favorite one in the group. Okay, Mike's in. Like that dragon one, maybe. Again, got the 4 of them in this lot. Great sunset on that one. Sword mending. I kept him down. Where's my Sharpie? How did I lose my Sharpie already? I think it's like the 3rd time I've lost it in 20 minutes. Let me find that. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. There's Hawkeye Mike, number 7. Shane, so this is the piece I was telling you about. Sort of fits with your Lindbergh piece. And I researched this on every way I could. Google, WorthPoint, eBay. But this is a Curtiss Aviation, so early aviator, early designer of airplanes, big little things. A very small book. I mean, you can see it in my hand. Again, the size of, put it next to those tobacco cards, pretty small. But big little things, Curtiss. Curtiss Aviation, Curtiss Airplane and Motor Corporation, has a small 1919 date in back. You can see it's down there, 1919. But it's all like, it shows you like the different things that the company makes, like the model, the famous JN Curtiss airplane, the Seagull, early biplane, the Curtiss Seagull. Oriole, cotter pan. So just basically it's a small, like pocket-sized thing, pocket-sized catalog of what they do. Yeah. I mean, this is, I got to think it's probably $100 little booklet. I could not find it. Usually when you can't find something, it means it's pretty good, but here it's $2. Give someone a little treasure to pick up. The Curtiss Aviation. Five-point flipper. Thanks for being here. Appreciate the bid. Shane takes it down. Sometime on a live, I'll show you this piece that I have that's we call it a mammoth plate cabinet photo of an early flying machine. It's like, has like feathers on it. It's called an ornithopter, but it's like 30 by 40 inches, a massive original photo of an early flying machine. I think it's dated, like it's pre-1910. I bought that at a paper show, and I never really, I think I have it listed, but I listed it high just because I liked it so much. That labeled Soda City, number 8. Shane, if you're gonna list it, I put it up for $100. And it might be a quick sale because I could not find one anywhere I looked that sold in the past. I don't even know what this piece is. So maybe somebody knows. So we got Kansas City, Missouri Clearinghouse Association certificate for $1. So it's actually mounted to a scrapbook page that has some sort of paper on back, like a newspaper clipping. But early, maybe company issued currency. A lot of times these were almost like turning employees into indentured servants. They were paid with like company checks where you had to use in the company store, and the prices were inflated, so you sort of never got out of never got ahead. But sort of cool piece. I don't know, is there a date? In 1933. So during the Depression, Kansas City, Missouri Clearinghouse Association, $1. Hawkeye Mike likes it. Thanks, Mike. Coming your way. It's a little early. I'm not sure if this will show in here. Let me see. Yeah, I'll show it, but it doesn't. Well, maybe let me flip the camera around. It's gonna be easier. So we got did I flip it? No. So we got original golf type 1 photo. Let's see the action scene here. And the back has early press see if I'm showing it the right way. Yeah, press credits there. And it's a little wider format photo, but it's pretty cool early golf photo. Not identified as to who the golfers are, but a pretty big crowd. This could be a pretty prominent golfing event here with that big crowd around the hole. Bobby Jones, perhaps. I have no idea who's in there, but pretty cool. All right, okay, Mike takes it. Thank you. Got labeled Hawkeye Mike, number 10. I'll do another photo since I have the camera spun around. This is a press photo. 1958 Milwaukee Braves. Does have a little toning, but it has its original slug. It actually has 2 slugs on back. But original slugs. Fred Haney, manager of the 1958 Milwaukee Braves. During the World Series. You can see up here, Yanks versus Braves World Series. So original Type 1 photograph, Milwaukee Braves manager. A my hat? Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Pretty rare Eagles hat. Mike is in. I have a huge collection of Eagles hats, so that I don't wear them all, but I wear a ton of them. That takes it down. Thank you. That was number 11. All right, let me spin this around, get back to a little small piece of ephemera here. Another group of these cards. I think this actually, I didn't realize there was 2 of these. Poe's Cottage. Another Poe. You got Poe's Cottage, and you got the Old House, Concord, Massachusetts. Again, 1910, Helmar Tobacco. Shane is in. Shane had no Poe competition on that one. Glad it's going to a Poe fan. That's what you like when you buy it in the morning, take it to district, take it to first class treasurers, sell it in the evening, like a quick flip like that. That's what I like to do since I have so much inventory in the warehouse. If I buy something, I don't want to necessarily have it. I want to move it quick when I buy new stuff. What we got here? Let's do a pair of Howdy Doody pieces here. We got Howdy Doody postcard, blank backed, and original photo, Howdy Doody, and the, let's say, Hunkadoodle over there. So 2 Howdy Doody pieces, starting at $2. You might like the next lot too, Shane. It does have a horror theme to it. No Doody fans? That sounded weird. Doody fans. All right. So we got first we got the House of William Penn, Fairmount Park. That was where the Eagles had they ended their parade in Fairmount Park and the Art Museum. House of William Penn, and then the House of Seven Gables, obviously made famous by Nathaniel Hawthorne. So two 1910 historic home tobacco cards, running for $2. Yeah, I never even saw these before. And I like them because they're gold edges, and that reminds me of the T205. And the same time period, the T205 set has that gold edge. Come your way, Shane. Thank you. That was number 13, Soda City. So you know, a lot of these German postcards. This is the last group I have. So we got Albrecht steals the Rhine gold. Sort of like a lady in the lake sort of stuff. Look at that dude's face. Sort of a horrifying face there. Albrecht, not a male model, I don't think, over there. So we got that one. And we got this one, a cool one here. We got a almost like a looks like Thorin from Lord of the Rings a little bit. But Hagen kills Siegfried. And we got I don't know what's going on there. I'm sure somebody can translate the German. And then we got seize the ring. The Rhine maiden sees the ring. Maybe a little Lord of the Ring. A beautiful color on that one. Definitely my favorite one is the Thorin Lord of the Rings style one there. 4 German art postcards running for $2. Mike likes them. Mike takes them. Thank you, Mike. That's number 14. Here we got a vintage joke book. This is like an advertising book, though. Dr. Miles joke book. And the back has advertisements for headache is no joke, Dr. Miles anti-pain pills. And I'm wondering if Dr. Miles is like a snake oil salesman or whether this is like a legit. I don't think there probably wasn't a whole lot of testing or documentation if these things actually worked. But honest testimonials there. Let's see if it's dated. I think a lot of times these things wouldn't date it, so they can. So it seemed like it was a new publication if it was out for several years. Medical advice for free. Here's some of his other inventions here. Dr. Miles Nervine, Dr. Miles heart treatment, Dr. Miles liver pills, and laxative pills. So he was involved in all. And it tastes like candy. It says there. So we're gonna run this for $2. There's some of the jokes inside. That's a little bit like there's a little alfalfa sprout going on back there. All right, no worries. This is not totally ephemera, but pretty cool. See, there's a date on these. So we have vintage All-American shaving blades. We got the football player and punting style, fully guaranteed quality steel. And they are in there. They're like individually wrapped. Let's see if they. Well, I don't want to take them out and not be able to get them back in. But again, cool vintage. I would say like probably 40s All-American football themed razor shaving blades. Run for $2. Mike likes it. Mike takes it. That was 15. So another pair of these. I think I have 2 more lots after this, but historic homes, 1910 tobacco cards. We got John Alden's house, and then the home of James Madison. Very nice home there. Where would Madison live? Montpelier, Virginia. So there we go. Pair of them. 1910. Hallmark historic homes, tobacco cards. All right, no worries. These are good. I've sold these before. So these are, I think, 1950 Hires root beer bottle toppers. And they would come on top of the bottles, and people would collect them. I think these are about 15, 20 bucks each. But you got famous flag of American history with the purchase of this Hires carton. Got the Fremont flag unfolded. Very nice condition. All right, no worries. This is an early print. I don't know what football team this is. Might be New Hampshire. Well, somebody can probably figure it out. But we have a. Let me flip my camera around. So probably about, I'd say, 8 by 10, 8 by 11. Early. Let's see. Let me see if I can date this by the equipment. Well, 1902, 1901, 1902, because you can see the dates on the football. So you can see this guy has an 01 on the football. This guy has an 02 on the football over here. But early football team lithograph or print where it does have all the players identified on the bottom. There's an NH on their jerseys and the football. I mean, I would guess University of New Hampshire, but not certain of that. Mike saying it $2. Thank you, Mike. Oh, very cool. Mike takes it. And that was number 17. Do a little baseball booklet here. Let's see if I can date this. If I can open the page. There's no date on it. And again, I think that's often purposeful. But how to improve, let's see, how to improve your baseball. There's a 50-cent price tag on it back in the day. Probably like 40s, maybe 50s. I think there's any like player images in there. I don't see any specific players, but it's all like the whole book is photos of how to throw a fastball, sliding. So pretty cool. Running for $2 here. I would probably say some point during the 40s. Mike takes it down. Thank you, Mike. That was number 18. Thank you. To another card. These cards are pretty good. I did look these up because I didn't know what they were from. But these are called Weber Bakery Animal Series cards. We got the Barbary Macaque tobacco card or bread card, bakery card. But Onus Milk and Pullman Bread, but Weber Brothers Bakery, Irvington, New York, or New Jersey. So, cool early animal card here running. from the team. I think it was 14, maybe 1914. No interest, no problem. To a fun little tobacco lot here. So you got 2 flag cards and 2 bird cards. They're pretty good. We got the Hamburg Yacht Club. I think it's Recruit Cigars. Yeah, Recruit Little Cigars, tobacco card. Turn of the last century. The Greater Yellow Leg Snipe. That's Piedmont. They were the company that did the tobacco cards. We got the Woodpecker, the red-headed woodpecker, Piedmont, and then they got the International Code on the Recruit Little Stars. So 2 flag cards, 2 bird cards for $2. J Ride is in. Thank you, Jake. Hey, Jake, someone's running after me at 7:15, right? I forget who it was, but I know it'll show up when I go to raid. 19 J-Ride. If you don't know, no big deal. I know it'll show up for me anyway. Mandy is. Okay, cool. Now let's do the rest. I have 6 more of these historic homes. You guys treated me right on these. I'll just run them as a lot. But we got... Oop, let me duplicate that. So 6. We got John Alden's house. I showed this one last time. Rowan's house, old Kentucky home. Early home of General Grant. Monticello, there we go, the home of Thomas Jefferson. Birthplace of Whittier, Haverhill, Massachusetts. And the home of James Madison. So 6, 1910, historic home, tobacco cards, all for $2. Jake takes it. Thank you, Jake. Try a little baseball card, 1974. Oh, very cool, Mike. 1974, Napoleon Lajoie, Laughlin, pioneers of baseball. If you see these cards, even from the 70s, I actually sold. I had in a huge buy I made. I bought a bunch of cards that I didn't even look at for like a year after I bought them, and in that was a set of 1970 or 2 sets, 1974 Laughlin Negro League stars. Sold those sets for $6,000 at the National. So these 70 sets can do great. Not saying this card is worth that, but If you see 70s Laughlin Company cards, definitely worth looking them up if you find them. This one's running for $2. One of the greatest early players, Cleveland Indians, Cleveland Naps, they were called after him. Cleveland, here he's playing with the Athletics. Yeah, right? Yeah. That's a little pressure, right? The whole team's aimed after you. Let's do this lot again. I added to this lot. So we got a bunch of early letters, postcards. We got this one early 1942, it looks like, mailed from Japan to this family. And we have a postcard of the ship leaving Washington. That's a cool looking one. What is this? Is that fold open? Yeah, it looks like it does. Yeah, there it is. Oh, we got, okay, this is a menu from like maybe German. Yeah, German, 1929. SS Berlin. So that's very cool. Early menu. Government postcards. There's a bunch of letters. I showed these earlier. This one was from Panama. I couldn't read what this one's from, but that's from 1912. This one was from Nigeria. They're letters inside too. And we got government postcard, Canal Zone, an early ship postcard. That is the Victoria Pier, Montreal. This one's from Cameroon with the stamps, and then a government postcard. To be honest, I think that one German ship menu could be very good. I didn't look any of this up. Running for $2, but yeah, some early menus can do great. Green pea soup, a bourgeois. Fresh ox tongue bolognese. Sounds delicious. Let's pick up Mike. That's number 21. I'm not sure what years these are from. Let's see. Oop. They're space cards. They got to be what, like 50s? Well, I'm not sure when Sputnik happened, but Sputnik descending is from space cards. Then we got space suit. We got preparing for flight. Robot nears moon. And briefing for space flight. So 5 space cards, including the Sputnik one. I might hear the name Sputnik. I think of So I Married an Axe Murderer, where he calls the one guy calls his son Sputnik because he has a giant head. So anyway, 5 space cards running for $2. Yeah, right. Gotta say that. You saying that in a Scottish accent? Hid. Thanks, Shane. Heading your way. I was in Scotland a year and a half ago, and I was I think that movie they talk a lot about. That's it, right? Yeah. Oh man, I love that movie. But when I was in Scotland, I was too nervous to eat the haggis because I was looking. They were saying it was like illegal to import haggis to the United States, because the way they prepare it, it could be may not be too good. So a little nervous there. I'm gonna do a group of soccer photos here, press photos. You got Zaire, a little action, pretty cool action scene there. These are all identified on back. Let's see, 1974, Dennis Law turns on magic to stun Leopardman of Zaire. And we got, who's this one? Let me turn it the other way. Yeah, there you go, Mike. That's true. That's a good way to look at it. I wasn't brave enough. But this one, this is England and Scotland. England, Scotland. Action scene here of London, Italy, and at Wembley Stadium, Italy, and London. And we got Brazil, Zico of Brazil, the brilliant football star. Wales, championship win in Cardiff over Ireland. And we got a cool action one here. Saudi Arabian football team match against Aston Villa, 1977. So how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 soccer photos for one money. If anybody likes them. Press photo, wire photos. No takers? No problem. Spin that back around. All right, I got a very hodgepodge card lot here. So they don't go together at all. Now, first we got the U.S. Presidents, Ulysses S. Grant. This one has a lot of flaws on back. You can see it's not in great shape there. What goes together with Ulysses S. Grant? A Cookie Crisp, Sonic the Hedgehog Tails, and Dr. Robotink. What are they, Pogs? I think they're Pogs, 1995. So we got Sonic the Hedgehog, Ulysses S. Grant. Then you got, to match that up perfectly, and we got a group of three Stooges cards that happened to our reservations. These are early. See if there's a year. I don't see a year on them. And that one you got, sorry, this line is busy. And then you got, but somebody's flat. There you go. Little Three Stooges bands. You got the Sonic Pogs. You got Ulysses S. Grant and Three Stooges. I mean, that's meant to go together, right? That lot. All right, no takers, no worries. I didn't even look up those Pogs. I'm gonna have to do that. Maybe they're good. I have no idea. I don't know anything about Pogs. So another card lot here. So you got Player Cigarettes, Gordon Setter. And you got an ankle bandage, roller bandage by Will Cigarettes, or Will's first aid cut set. Then you got maybe a knee bandage, triangular bandage for the knee, same set. And what is this? Clothing on fire, a method of treatment. So that is putting out a fire. So you got 3 first aid cards, and you got the Gordon Setter dog card. cigarette cards. No worries. This is a cool piece. I'm probably close to being rating the next Mandy, but this is a ink blotter. Cool early 30s ink blotter. Does have some discoloration, but the the Bernstein and Klein Company, Baltimore. So companies would have these just to blot their stamps they're using at the register as an advertising piece. Running for $2. This is actually going to be late 20s based on the football. That's a metal valve there. So this is going to be a late 20s ink blotter. Mike is in. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Number 23. Go with this photo a lot. I think I'm probably close to rating. But I think it was 7:15. They're probably going to start. I might have run this before. I don't recall, but it's a scrapbook page, bunch of photographs. You have tennis scenes. You have a cool early automotive. I think I did run this, but I'll run it again. At the what does that say? Crown. It's hard to read that, but you can see the company advertising on the front of that truck. Then you got the cool Oakland Motor Company postcard of the company, and you got a beach scene, more tennis scenes over here, a flag, little loose one, another loose one of all the cars in like a parking lot or at least a field, and then a storefront photo. No worries, man. No need to apologize. Get a cool photo lot here. Again, if you can get that Oakland Motor Company postcard off, I'm sure that's worth decent money by itself. Early automotive stuff. And it is 7:15, so after this, I will see if Mandy's running. Let's see. Let's see if she's up and going. I don't see it yet. So I'll find something else to run meanwhile. Okay, thanks, Shane. Okay, she's up. All right, cool. Appreciate it. Let me get her rated. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out with me. I'll schedule another show next week. My goal is to do at least a show a week over here. But let me get Mandy rated, and appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate the bids. Let's go to the pedaling place here. Thank you.